Chapter 12. My only class without Fiona is math, and it's the last period of the day. I have algebra 2 trick. Fiona's down the wing in pre-calculus. She swears she's not taking calculus next year, and I refuse to take pre-calculus. Enough is enough. After fifth, Fiona rushes me clear across campus to 900 wing and is panting as she rolls me up to the front of the classroom where Miss Rooker is erasing the board. Miss Rooker is the one teacher we are born nervous about. She's a machine, never smiling, never flexing, never sharing anything personal. Her life is all about numbers, and her demeanor is as severe as her haircut, which is dark, straight, a symmetrical bob. I'm sure there's a real person inside her somewhere, but after having her for Algebra 1 and 2, I've quit trying to find her. I'm just looking forward to being done with math and being done with her. She knows who Fiona is. Not only did she have her in class last year, but Fiona's been getting my assignments from her. And obviously, she knows who I am. Still, when she turns from erasing the board, she doesn't say anything like, "Welcome back," or "It's good to see you." She simply sizes me up. So I'm a little flustered and I go into my spiral about cutting back my homework. And during it, Miss Ruka's expression never cracks. She just watches me closely, observes. It's like data in, process, response. Only the response seems to be taking a very long time. Obviously, she doesn't like the data I am feeding her and has no intention of returning anything about request denied. So I open my binder and produce the assignments I've completed and say, "I've been doing the us and checking my answers. It's going to be a lot of work to catch up and keep up with the new assignment." She takes my papers, looks them over, then says, "Doing the us seems reasonable." And that's it. No smile, no nod, no quiver of any emotion whatsoever. She simply returns to wiping the boards clean and asks, "Will you be sitting with Rosa?" For a moment, my mind's a blank. Then I realize she means the special needs girl who sits at the back of the classroom, the girl in the motorized wheelchair, the girl who rarely talks and when she does, is very hard to understand. I didn't even know her name was Rosa. "There's a plenty of room at the table," Miss Rooker says without looking over her shoulder. "Inside." I panic. Yes, I'm missing a leg, but the rest of me is, well, it's normal. Do people think I'm special needs now? Is that how they see me? No, they can't, but if I start sitting with special needs girl needs kids, that is what people will think. It just is. Miss Rooker turns and gives me a cool, blank look. She wants an answer. My mind is a flurry of contradictions. I want to lie and say I'm nearsighted, that I need to be up front in my own chair, that I hop just fine. But I also think about my terror in returning to school, feeling like a freak. Is that how Rosa feels? I've never stared at her, but I have overlooked her. No, the truth is, I've totally acted like she isn't there. It's been easier, less uncomfortable for me. Sure, I tell Miss Looker. I'd be happy to sit with Rosa. She cocks her head ever so slightly, then turns to finish wiping the board. So I get situated alongside Rosa, and Fiona dashes off to class. Then the tardy bell rings, and everyone falls silent, waiting for Miss Rooker to speak. There's no "let's welcome Jessica back," just business as usual. Homework out, papers exchanged, lesson reviewed. Midway through this process, Rosa surprises me by committing a cardinal sin. She passes me a note. I read it and send right back. And after several exchanges, Rosa's told me that she has been in a wheelchair her whole life, that she can walk but only with arm crutches, and that she was born with cerebral palsy. I also find out that she's only a freshman, loves sushi, thinks math is easy, and eats lunch in room 402. You can join us, she writes. We are fun. I also learned that she already knew my name and Fiona's. Fiona seems very nice, she tells me, adding a big, long lashed smiley. She's amazing, I write back, adding long, curly hair to the smiley. Rosa gives me a wrong-sided grin, then writes, when do you get your leg? Depends. I scribble back, maybe next week. Already? Wow, congratulations. You are so lucky. My eyes sting when I read that, and it makes something in me break, or connect, or just change somehow. I suddenly really get that I'm lucky. I'll never do a 55 flat in the 400 again, but I will stand on my own again. This wheelchair won't be with me every day of my life. After school, Fiona's rolling me across campus in the direction of the courtyard when she says, I just realized something. What's that? Guess who wasn't at your party today? Who? Meryl. I shifted my backpack in my lap. Did I miss her? No. I twist to glance at Fiona. Forget about her, would you? Fiona glanced. Hard to do. Look, I know you hate her, but I'm starting to think you are obsessing about her because you like him. She stops wheeling and comes around to look me right in the eyes. What kind of friend do you think I am? You are the one who likes him. The whole thing bugs me because he should be with someone like you, not her. Fiona, please stop this. But she doesn't. We thought he was smart, you know, principled. Remember his speech when he was running for class president? You said it was the most amazing thing you'd ever heard. And it was. She starts pushing me again. How could he let himself be snowed by Meryl? She's gorgeous. She glanced again. Guys are so shallow. Look, it goes both ways. Most girls don't like Gavin because of some speech, or because of his opal pieces in the school paper, or because he started a town-wide warmth drive. They like him because he's cute. Well, see? You're different. And I'm sorry, I know I've been kind of annoying about him. It just makes me mad to see her with him when she's such a princess and you've gone through so much. I twist around again. Well, keep your cool, because here they come. Giving and Meryl are quiet a distance across the courtyard, but they are on the same walkway we are on, and they are definitely closing in. Meryl is linked to Gavin in her classic way, both of her arms hugging one of his as she looks up adoringly at him. It's strange, but it doesn't really bother me. I guess I've got bigger issues now than clinging to an old crush. Still, what I really want to do is steer clear of them, go in a different direction, go four-wheeling across the grass. I just don't want to have to deal with him or her. But as I'm suggesting this to Fiona, Gavin notices us. He stops for an instant, then hurries towards us, leaving Meryl clinging to air. Jessica, he calls. I hate being on charity case, I grumble. He smiles as she approaches. I've been watching for you all day. I thought you'd been in the courtyard at lunch. Fiona's right about his chin scarf. It gives him an edge, a very attractive edge, as if he needed it. Meryl's already scurried over, and the first thing she does is latch on to Gavin again. Hi, Jessie, she says. So good to see you. I can feel myself bristle, like I need her pony friendliness. Fiona moves up beside me and keeps her focus on Gavin. The track team had a party for her in Kia's room. The whole team was there. She eyes Meryl. Well, almost the whole team. Gavin looks at Meryl, who releases him with the one hand so she can hold back a gasp of regret. Oh, I'm so sorry. I completely forgot. Easy to do, I suppose, Fiona says, turning a sarcastic eye toward the big, bold welcome back banner in the Greek theater. She sweeps around behind me and says, well, we've got to get moving. Places to go, things to do. Wow, I gasp when we are out of earshot. You are kinda brutal. I have never known anyone so pony and self-absorbed, she muttered. Guys can be so dumb. We get to the car and I'm suddenly tired. You made it, she says when we are both belted in. How are you feeling? I laugh. I'm feeling sorry for you that you have to go to track practice. You were up all night putting together this amazing day for me, and now you have to go to do what? Wind sprint? She cranks the motor. It's actually just a team meeting, and Giro knows I'm going to be late. Just a team meeting? But then I realize why. Are the Greenwood relays tomorrow? She nods. As we're driving along, I think about Gavin being with Meryl, and I'm surprised that it really doesn't bother me. Maybe it's the contrast between subject, Gavin versus the Glenwood relays. Right after the last invitation meet, someone died. Someone else lost her leg. Besides, if Meryl's the kind of girl Gavin likes, then maybe I gave him too much credit. These thoughts swirled inside me for a little while, and I let them stew. But in the end, the conclusion doesn't change. I'm not just consoling myself or fooling myself into believing I don't want him because my chances of having him have gone from slim to none. It's really just as simple. I'm over Gavin Vance.